Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Thanks for being here. 888-933-93 is the number to call. We are exactly 2 weeks from yesterday to Christmas.
Exactly.
2 weeks from yesterday. Maybe kind of a weird way to put it, but that
it's a fact.
That's a fact. So, what, 12 shopping days left? Because we have 13 days left. So 12 shopping days, maybe, left until Christmas.
Okay.
All right.
How are you doing in that department?
About like always.
Okay.
And you?
Wait until the last minute. Mm-hmm. Don't try to turn this around. I haven't started.
Haven't started?
So,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm the guy who gets his Christmas lights up like November 1st.
Mm.
But, I mean, the presents, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
That's part of the excitement. Leaving it to the last second when the traffic's bad and the crowds are huge. That's what Christmas is all about, isn't it? We really want to thank Mary Beth Long, who sent us a ton of food on Friday. I mean, seriously, it was, I don't know, 40-pound box, 50-pound.
Oh, my gosh. It would not have been allowed on an airplane
Thank you.
without an extra surcharge.
And delicious stuff like Cinnamon Toast Crunch churros.
Yeah, we had an unboxing on Twitter at Pat Unleashed if you'd like to check it out. And people pointed out, and by the way, thank you for the Basic 4. Thank you so much, Mary Beth, for the book of like little cute animals. You know how to get right to my heart there. Thank you. Oh, and very nice cards, by the way.
Yeah.
I will point out that the audience noticed in the video that we posted at Pat Unleashed that Jeffy doesn't move around a lot. But my gosh, he sprung out of that chair right there when we were opening that box on Friday.
Uh-huh.
Because he heard there was food in there. And he's like, oh, I got to get up for this.
Well, first of all, where's my food? I got a box too, but it's not in here, so I need to eat yours.
Exactly what happened.
Let me eat!
Thank you, Mary Beth.
Really fantastic. Blaze TV merchandise, too, is available right now for 20% off. You just go to shop.blazemedia.com, use the discount code PAT20, and get 20% off everything right now.
Everything, yeah.
Shop.blazemedia.com.
Shop.blazemedia.com. Yeah, and so today's the last day we can guarantee you'll get it before Christmas.
Oh.
So the PAT20, the 20% off works through Christmas, but if you want the presents actually before Christmas, today's the last day.
Okay. Today and tomorrow are the last 2 days at Kexi.com to guarantee by Christmas. Because it just gets, as with the Blaze, it just gets too crazy to guarantee it. It still might if you order after today or tomorrow.
There's no more guarantees.
But it just, we can't guarantee it. So tomorrow's the last day on that. Kexi.com, Keksi.com. We have that new Grinch cookie, which is so good. Has a Hershey chocolate bar in it. Then there's the peppermint York cookie. The chocolate ginger cookie. Oh, man. 18% off with the promo code TheJeffy at Keksi. Keksi.com. Elon Musk and Twitter been busy releasing behind-the-scenes communications that show how Twitter censored political speech. And they kept saying, oh, no, that's ridiculous. We don't censor political speech at all. Really? Not through shadow banning or suspensions at all? Really?
Yeah.
Eventually leading to the banning of a sitting president, Donald Trump. They completely kicked him off permanently. And Elon Musk just took care of that. All while Jack Dorsey was telling Congress, you might remember this, no, there's no shadow banning in Twitter. None whatsoever.
I don't even know what that word means. Yeah, so, Twitter Files Part 1, it showed the connection between Twitter and the Democrat Party. And then when they released Part 2, it showed all the different ways that they do shadow ban. And then they just started...
They just don't call it that.
Yeah, sure. What was it? Visual...
I don't
something.
know.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Asinine.
So now we learn, all the different ways that they were stifling speech of, like you said, Donald Trump and those that were promoting what he was saying. I remember one thing in the files that they released. there was somebody had screenshotted a tweet from Trump after, and then he gets banned, and they quote tweeted it, and to mock him and go after him. And so there was this internal communication where they're saying, well, okay, so this person retweeted that screenshot of Trump's tweet, but they're using it to make fun of him. I don't know that I want to take that one down. I mean, these people were all about censoring.
Ugh, man.
But yeah, a lot of this, around the January 6th stuff, a lot of that went down while Yoel Roth was left in charge. That guy, he's a character. But
everything increased once Biden was in office, though, right?
Yeah. But Jack Dorsey was on vacation around January 6th. So again, he's got this plausible deniability stuff. Weasel. But yeah, like you said, when Biden got in office, it really took off then with the other stuff.
They went after the election deniers and the COVID misinformation. But last week, KJP said, nope, we weren't working with Twitter to silence dissenting voices.
Good.
Really?
Elon Musk this week fired the former FBI General Counsel Jim Baker, who was serving as a top Twitter lawyer. Musk alleges that he may have been involved with countermanding his attempts at transparency. And I was wondering if anyone in the Biden administration was in touch with Baker, either regarding moderation decisions that critics call political censorship or regarding his transparency efforts recently.
So it's up to private companies to make these types of decisions. We were not involved. I can say that. We were not involved.
Can you say that? You can say it. It's not true, but yeah, you can say it. And she did. There's just one problem. Well, there's a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But one of them is that in July of 2021, Jensaki said the Biden White House was working with social media.
Thanks, Jen. Can you talk a little bit more about this request for tech companies to be more aggressive in policing misinformation? Has the administration been in touch with any of these companies, and are there any actions that the federal government can take to ensure their cooperation? Because we've seen from the start there's not a lot of action on some of these platforms.
Sure. Well, first, we are in regular touch with these social media platforms, and those engagements typically happen through members of our senior staff, but also members of our COVID-19 team. Given, as Dr. Murthy conveyed, this is a big issue of misinformation, specifically on the pandemic. In terms of actions, Alex, that we have taken, or we're working to take, I should say, from the federal government, we've increased disinformation research and tracking within the Surgeon General's office. We're flagging problematic posts for Facebook that spread disinformation.
So they are working with Twitter.
Yeah,
they're working with senior staff is working with Twitter, but according to KJP, we had nothing to we had nothing to do with that. Well, which is it?
Yeah, and regarding Donald Trump and as they went after him specifically, they have this public interest carve out for politicians. Like, look, you got to let the politicians, the elected representatives of the people, speak. They specifically said, like, I think Yoel Roth said, yeah, in this particular instance, we're gonna change their approach, and it was all about shutting him up. I mean, that's
and make up the rules as you go along.
Yeah,
to whatever suits you and the way you want to oppress any opposing speech. You'll just change to fit that. It's unbelievable. Over the weekend, the Biden officials were still insisting no partnership existed between the Biden White House and Twitter. Here's John Kirby on with Shannon Bream over the weekend.
A couple of weeks ago, you had a conversation with my colleague Martha McCallum. It was in the context of Apple and what it's doing in China. You said this: we aren't in the business of telling private companies how to execute their initiatives. But it appears from these revelations from inside of Twitter, there were regular meetings between executives there, the FBI, DHS, the DNI. Flagging tweets, expressing their concerns, it seems trying to drive certain conversations. So should or shouldn't the federal government, federal agencies, in your words, be directing private companies on how to execute their initiatives?
We aren't directing private social media companies on how to manage their content. These are decisions that they have to make as appropriate. Now, look, we obviously don't want to see, the public square polluted with hate speech and disinformation. That's not a good use of the information environment for the American people. But it's up to these social media companies to determine how they're going to manage their content, how they are going to deliver that content to their users.
Yeah, and if they're going to allow people to speak freely or not. Free speech is about saying things you don't like, you buffoon. It's unbelievable that the number of FBI agents that are crossing the streams now. FBI agent going to Twitter, going to Facebook, going to Instagram, agents, CIA agents, NSA, NSC, the NCAA. Everybody's there now.
There's one guy deleted his LinkedIn profile after he was outed from these leaked files, and he was a FBI,
because he didn't want to show his background.
Yeah, look, sure, I'm FBI. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's and I'm telling you, man, it so much makes sense as these are leaked out. By the way, the next target Elon Musk has promised is bots, so be looking for that.
All right,
Hollywood will see 90% of their followers drop off, but this Yoel Roth guy. And you cannot say enough. What a despicable person. Talking about, and he was being, facetious, obviously, or was he? He was like at some restaurant or something, and some kids, I guess, were being loud, and he wanted to know if it was okay to euthanize kids. And then there was something else where he was like asking, like it sounded like he was just asking a question, like, "Hey, can kids, consent to relationships with their teachers?"
No.
Almost like, what do y'all think about that? Jeez. I mean, the guy is grotesque.
Douchebag.
Yeah, he's gross.
Think of this as if there was a social media landscape that was popular worldwide, and it came out of Russia. It's Twitterski.
Oh, I like
so
it.
Yeah, you got Twitter in America. You got Twitterski.
Okay.
In Russia, and Americans love Twitterski. We just love to interact.
Sure. A lot of vodka
What would we think about 100 former KGB agents, all infiltrating the upper echelon at Twitterski?
Twitterski.
Would we think there was something wrong there? You better believe we would. Democrats would. Republicans would. This is wrong.
Yeah, and that's a great point you make about Twitterski. Although I do like the vodka talk over there. Is this exactly what is the situation with TikTok in China? Right?
Well, yes.
I mean,
yes,
exactly.
It
so
is.
The U.S. has Twitter, and that's where our agents are hanging out.
Right.
It's terrible,
despicable.
It sure is. And John Kirby saying, "Oh, businesses should totally have the right." In literally the same breath, he's saying, well, it shouldn't be a place for hate speech.
Right.
As determined by who?
Right, exactly.
Oh, this guy. This administration sucks.
I mean, until you pin that down, who gets to decide what's hate speech and what isn't? Obviously, it's the Democrats. They're the ones who get to decide. Because everything that Republicans or right-wing people say is hate speech. And everything they say is just free speech. It's perfectly fine. It's great. All right. Let me tell you about a great stocking stuffer. This is fantastic for the man in your life. It's Manscaped. Just drop this in their stocking, the fireplace, or wherever you keep your stockings.
Yeah, some people, sometimes it gets too heavy. You have to put it under the tree.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Manscaped is your one-stop shop for all your holiday needs. They have the perfect gift in the Platinum Package 4.0, plus loads of little presents for stocking stuffers. What better holiday gift than giving the gift of good hygiene and a few laughs?
Yeah.
They're going to love it. And, the man in your life won't get all carved up trying to use his Manscaped utensils.
Yeah, and don't forget, it's got the light on it, too. So if you ever need to take care of business in the dark.
See it in the dark.
It's helpful.
See it in the shower. You can take care of it there.
Oh, yeah.
Get 20% off right now and free shipping when you use the offer code UNLEASHED at Manscaped. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the promo code UNLEASHED. Manscaped, for a perfect gift that will be the holidays' biggest hit.
Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yesterday, Elon Musk tweeted this out. My pronouns are prosecute and Fauci.
Yes.
Good pronouns.
Yes.
Astronaut Scott Kelly, the brother of Arizona Senator and former astronaut Mark Kelly.
Okay.
Responded this way. Elon, please don't mock and promote hate. There it is again. That's hate.
Yeah, that's hate.
Because that's so asinine.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
That is not hate. There's not a hateful thing in there. Oh man, these people are.
I know, man.
Jeez. Don't promote hate toward already marginalized and at risk of violence members of the LGBTQ plus community. They are real people with real feelings. Furthermore, Dr. Fauci is a dedicated public servant.
Oh, no.
Is he?
Oh, no.
Whose sole motivation was saving lives.
There is so much wrong with that tweet. So Elon just let it go, right? He didn't respond to that.
No, Elon never lets things go.
Oh, really?
He was back in his face. I strongly disagree, he tweeted. Forcing your pronouns upon others when they didn't ask and implicitly ostracizing those who don't is neither good nor kind to anyone. Thank you. Mm-hmm. As for Fauci, he lied to Congress and funded gain-of-function research that killed millions of people. Not awesome, in my humble opinion. Well, not even humble, in my opinion.
My opinion, yeah. All right.
He's right. So right. Man, what we have to put up with.
I know.
With the left now is just mind-boggling. But at least the border is secure. You know.
It is that breaking news? We got a secure border?
Secure border.
Okay.
Biden administration has it all locked down.
Okay.
Here are 20 busloads of illegals entering Texas from Mexico over the weekend.
You just said it was locked down.
Well, yeah, because otherwise there'd be 40 buses.
I see. Yeah, there's Texas on the left, and then now we're looking into Mexico as they wait to cross in. Because there's a line, you know. There's so many that want to come in.
Wow.
Wait till...
Wow.
Okay, so you just
Several
said
hundred people, no doubt.
20 busloads. This is going to anger you, Pat.
Uh-huh.
That 20 busloads, the way we know that's 20 busloads of illegals crossing back in, I say back in, is because they were sent back to Mexico and just dropped off in like Ciudad, whatever it is. Juarez, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And they just walked,
walked right back in?
back in here, so it's cool, right? You like that?
No.
The border is secure.
Yeah. And it's so clearly not secure. And when 2.3 million, and didn't they underestimate that by a tad? Didn't they underestimate last year's? Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a miscalculation that caused ICE to underreport illegal immigrants released without tracking technology.
A rounding error, right?
Yeah, by 18,000%. That's not a big deal.
I mean, that's worse than Keith math, if we're being
By
honest.
18,000%? Come on.
Bro.
It's not a miscalculation. During a private event hosted by ICE last week, the agency distributed documents to attendees about the 2004 Alternatives to Detention program. The initiative was launched as a flight mitigation tool to track illegal immigrants using ankle bracelets and cell phones while they await scheduled court proceedings. Okay, so that's where they get their cell phone when they come into the country. Mm-hmm. According to the internal document obtained by the DCNF, as of November 14th, ICE had released 49,459 illegal immigrants without any tracking technology. The reported figure on the document vastly differed from the stats on ICE's website, which stated that only 266 immigrants were released. Okay, so from 266 to 49,459.
Again, it's a rounding error.
Yeah.
Your government wants to protect you. They wouldn't have done this on purpose.
Hey, you barely notice the difference.
Sure.
Right? Let's say you got a really big house, and you invite 266 people over.
Okay.
If 49,459 people show up, is that a big deal to you? I mean, you may not have ample food supplies, certainly for them.
Probably wouldn't even notice.
You wouldn't notice?
You wouldn't notice.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
So everybody fit in the house anyway?
Sure. How big's the house, Pat?
It's, I don't know, 2,500 square feet.
Yeah, see, I mean, there's quiet places you can find.
Sure.
It's
unbelievable. It's really incredible. Additionally, the document revealed that only 8,118 illegal immigrants were released with GPS tracking devices as of November 14th. According to ICE's website, the agency reported that 56,805 illegals were being monitored using GPS trackers as of November 19th. That's a 600% difference. 600%.
So they made a couple of miscalculations.
Yeah, big deal.
Cut them some slack.
Big deal. The administration is hostile to transparency, and when it does publish data, it refuses to respond to media inquiries regarding significant discrepancies like this, said a former ICE official. Likely, ICE communication staffers are having a lot of difficulty defending this administration's chaotic and lawless policies. Yeah, you think?
Yeah, but see, Republicans are going to take over the House, and we're going to
crack down, man.
Get this all.
Oh, yeah. The joyride ends in January. What is it, January 4th, 6th, 3rd, somewhere in there.
But that's good, because
they're going to crack down.
They're going to ride to the rescue, our GOP saviors.
I wish you could really count on that. Wouldn't that be nice? If you just knew that the Republicans had guts and they did the things they promised they were going to do.
Well, Tom Tillis, I mean, he's going to.
Oh, yeah. Tom Tillis working with Kirsten Sinema right now on some fabulous things. It's an 11th hour immigration deal. Okay? The deal would set out a path to legalization for 2 million illegal immigrants.
All right. See?
Brought to the United States as children. So this is the Dreamers.
Working together here.
Trying again to get the Dreamers.
Solve issues.
Blanket amnesty. In exchange for help for these immigrants labeled Dreamers, the deal would pump an additional $25 billion into the federal Border Patrol and Border Security.
All right. Whatever happened to the approach that I thought Republicans were always like, we'll seal the border,
right?
Then we'll worry about your amnesty.
That's exactly
stuff.
what we used to say all the time. Stop the hemorrhaging first. Okay, somebody's bleeding out. You don't want to clean up that blood that's laying on the ground. What you want to do is stop the bleeding first. It's just so asinine. If you have a leak in the sink, are you going to fix it and then, or are you going to not fix it, but you're going to let the water continue to drip, which is what is happening now.
What's more of a challenge that way? Like if you're trying to do like a sink repair
before you actually fix it.
Like don't go down to the curb and shut off the main water valve. You want a challenge, man.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Stop the leak first. Then we can worry about all the flooding afterwards. It's really not that hard. And I don't know how you argue with that concept.
See, I think it makes sense to you to do it that way because you actually love this country and want to see it succeed.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that have a vote in D.C. that don't have that same mindset.
It's really true. So Congressman Chip Roy from Texas says, not so fast to all of this immigration stuff. Here's what he had to say. I think he said it on Fox, right?
There's also this plan on the Senate side from Tillis and Sinema that creates an immigration framework that includes 14% increase in pay for the Border Patrol. I assume that's what you were referring to. You don't like that plan?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm always happy with trying to find a way to get resources to take care of Border Patrol that are getting overrun, but not just blank checks going down to the border to continue to process more people, which will then flood the zone with more people, especially if you're talking about amnesty. With all due respect to Senator Tillis, why don't you come to talk to the people who know what we're talking about? Texans who live this every single day, who understand the border. Don't go flying off and bring amnesty into the House when that doesn't need to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly right. But this is the way it always happens. You know, you got some doofus from the Northeast or the Midwest trying to tell people at the border what should be done. Asinine. And it's always wrong. It is always wrong. And I don't care if it comes from a Republican or a Democrat. No Republicans ever fixed this either, including Donald Trump. He did not fix it. He tried.
He definitely tried.
He tried to, but he couldn't get it done. And he didn't get the wall built. Well, he did not. I mean, a tiny section of it.
Let's not forget that he was defeated by Republicans on that front.
That's true, too.
Which is why he had to go with the executive order, which was, of course, overturned on day one by Joe Biden.
And that's the problem with executive orders.
Mm-hmm. That's all he was left to do because his own party let him down in Congress. And it's the same party that says, no, we got it now. We got it now. Now that we're not in charge of every branch, now we're going to ride to the rescue. Screw you. The GOP is worthless. It's, you know what it is? It's vanilla and French vanilla. That's your Democrat and Republican Party. Anyway, happy Monday to you.
And aside from the illegals coming across, how about the deadly drugs that are coming across, like fentanyl, that are killing so many people? I mean, in some cases, you know, you take one of these pills and depending on what kind of strength it is, you could be dead from one pill. Well, a Portland woman found a container of what appears to be fentanyl in her garden where her kids play.
Look at this.
My husband was out here feeding the chickens this morning.
Oh, man, that's cool.
And I just very innocently walked up to my garden because I noticed this little thing in it. And it just looks like a toy, right? Just looks like a little green rubber ball of some kind. Oh my gosh.
Kind of looks like a little Easter egg thing. Yeah, wear gloves.
So it pops right open. Oh. I mean, that's enough for an afternoon of fun right there. I couldn't even believe, this is in my yard.
To kill your kids.
Where my kids play. Sure. They were just out here playing on the trampoline yesterday.
You know, and they might think they're little candies. You don't know. Kids, my grandkids always pick stuff off the floor. Yeah. And the first thing they did was stick it right in their mouth. I don't know why. Wonder what that is.
No.
Right into the mouth.
Well, we had the kid in San Francisco at the park. I mean, these things are popping up all over the place in random locations. And kids are finding them. And thankfully, the little infant or the little toddler guy there in San Francisco was saved. But he was very sick. Can you play that again real quick, Kayla? I just want to and just pause it here a few seconds in when we see the trampoline. Go ahead and play it there. You see that trampoline there? Look at that. Pause that right there. That's where her chickens are. I mean, that is multi-use right there. The kids jump on the trampoline and the chickens are underneath. That is awesome. They turned the trampoline into a chicken coop, Pat.
Oh, that's cool.
That is awesome. You just run chicken wire around the circle. And then y'all go to town in there. I bet they love it when the kids jump up there and their feet come down and probably hit the chickens on the head. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I just caught that there.
Yeah. Saved a few dollars.
That's right. Trampolines are a death trap otherwise. So use them as a chicken coop.
All right. 888-900-3393. Also, Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Still, we haven't even scratched the surface yet. We got the Merchant of Death to talk about. He's back in Russia. Show you what he said about America in an interview that he conducted.
Stuff, yeah.
People are still a little confused by the fact that we traded him for the WNBA basketball player, Brittany Griner. I mean, I want her here. I want her home. But why? You know, they keep telling us, well, Paul, the former Marine wasn't even a consideration. Well, why not? Demand that he be a consideration. Why don't you go in there and demand that the Russians let him go.
So you don't think it was an even swap considering the institution in America that the WNBA is? No?
No.
You're not there?
No, I'm not quite there.
I'll get you there.
Yeah, all right.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. This is the week before vacation, which is always a fun week. Friday, I think we should do some sort of Christmas extravaganza. Should do the, 2022 Christmas special.
Well, what's that entail? Like, do I have to,
like not doing death and destruction all morning?
Okay.
Like,
I'm good.
instead, focus on Christmas things? Maybe, We're
going to get some George Bailey impersonations that day?
Maybe.
Because that's a
that
big
could happen.
request.
Is it?
There. Yeah.
No, that could happen.
Gotta have more George Bailey.
All right.
Okay.
In the meantime, got some tweets here. Mike D. Whitey. He tweets, I don't know if I should even read it, though, if it's from a Whitey.
Thank you.
Twitter doesn't shadow ban, it's visibility filtering.
That's it.
Totally different words.
Totally different words, yeah.
Happy Pappy 61. And you know what? That's what they do, too. I think to try to justify the fact that they're lying. They don't always try to call it something else or just mislead you. They do flat out just lie to your face. But I think every once in a while, they do things like this. No, we're not shadow banning. And they will say, no, that was visibility filtering. That's all that was. What did they actually call it last week?
I think that's what it is. No, I think that's what it is.
It was close to it.
Yeah, it was VF, so I think that's what he's saying.
Happy Pappy 61 says people are now posting misinformation on Twitter, also known as facts and the truth. Crooked cornhole. The administration is a laughingstock, and the mainstream media all report the same story verbatim. So fake. And moves are 100% politicized for photo ops. Meanwhile, a Marine is still in Russian prison for 4 years now. So sad. Brittany Grimes doesn't even love America. Yeah, I mean, she didn't respect it. I will say that.
I wonder if she has
if she does now.
New perspective, I wonder. Because the reports of her on that airplane ride home were that, she was yappiness all over the plane with everybody.
Really?
Wanting to hear about everybody's story, all the pilots and the staff. And
really?
It sounded like she was a sincere joy to be around flying home. So who knows? We'll see. This might be
I hope
a sea change for her.
Should open her eyes a little bit about what kind of country she lives in.
Yeah.
Ape Lincoln tweets, thank goodness the border is secure. It'd be a lot worse if it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's only 2.3 million people coming across it last fiscal year. It could have been 100 million, and it wasn't. So we got that going for us. Jeffy's nervous lawn chair. The border is secure. The people crossing mean no harm. They're just wanting their student loans paid for. Have some compassion, man.
Okay. All right.
That moved me.
Changed your mind now.
It did, yeah.
Okay.
No, not that, Tyler. Maybe those 49,000 untracked people can go to John Kerry's place. Our area has plenty of food stocks.
All right. Send them to John Kerry.
Yeah, we've got some more fun from John Kerry coming up. He doesn't make the news cycle that often, but when he does, it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's always fun. The Merchant of Death, Victor Boot, is back in Russia. And I guess he was asked about America in an interview. Here's what he had to say.
Do you hate America?
You hate America? No.
In fact, knowing many inmates, I figure out we're sharing way more common. Maybe America is very much similar. Look, it's the same size. It's the same kind of this. And when you talk to them, there is nothing there even to beef about. We are naturally, born not to be enemies. And whenever there's conflict, it's elites. Every, American I met in a prison who is from rural area was very easy to deal with. He has no problem with Russia, and he was curious about Russia. despite all propaganda. They're losing their Christian values. They're losing their families. They're losing literally their countries. It's not anymore the same country. We knew America, who used to be a model for entire world and lead, be an example. You know,
Right.
like they say, a shiny town on the, sparkling town on
City
a
on the
hill.
hill. Get there, man.
And this is, of course, PT.
Okay, it's close.
It was
It's
a
Russian.
strong country who was really a, industrial might, this one. And look, for 30, 40 years, deindustrialization, drug problem, crime waves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can understand, and I feel more empathy to American after this experience than I would feel any hate.
Wow.
Interesting.
Isn't it though? I mean, that reeks of Russian propaganda. The
Sure
fact
does.
that because that interview was not all in English. I mean, there was stuff in Russian, obviously, but
They wanted us to
want
hear
to
this
make
and
sure
play.
that we hear. Oh, see, we love you, America. Do ya?
Sure you do.
So, I mean, but that's still. I mean, I can't disagree with anything he said there.
Yeah.
Like when he was speaking in Russian, he was talking about how that in America they're teaching first graders that there are 92 genders. 92 genders. I mean, it's like I'm surprised he didn't say that in English.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and he's right about that. We are. Mm-hmm. We're trying to stop it. There's some of us, a certain portion of us, trying to stop it.
Yeah, and there was a I don't know if it's like some Russian talk show or whatever, a bunch of talking heads sitting around, and like this one lady just laid it out. It's all in Russian. It's like 5 minutes long. We didn't pull that one, but I mean, they're laying out how this Putin absolutely won this round with Biden, and how Paul Whelan, the thing he didn't have going for him was he was white, a male, and straight.
Yes.
I mean,
right.
It's just they know.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah, and they're using that to mock us, and on the international front, and we gave it to them to do that, because here is the merchant of death who's responsible for who knows how many lives have been taken by his actions, and then you've got a Marine who's been there and shouldn't be for 2 years, falsely accused of being a spy. We don't even insist upon him being released. Instead, we get a WNBA basketball player, which, again, we're going to have to say this a billion times. We do want her here. I'm glad she's out. We were the ones in the beginning talking about, why haven't you gotten her out of there? Right. But it should have been a little bit better deal. Mm-hmm. And that just shows the fecklessness of this administration. It has no feck whatsoever.
Yeah.
Completely feckless. I've never seen a person so devoid of feck.
Missing their feck.
As this president of the United States. Dried out my mouth talking about fecklessness.
No.
Yeah.
Feck.
So.
Joe Biden. By the way, I think this is a great tweet from a guy named Tyler Fisher, who said that we got breaking news. Joe Biden's going to trade the leader of the Taliban for a guy with 12 parking tickets. Like you said, no feck.
That's right. You know what? That would happen. That would stinking happen. So bad. It's like the Babylon Bee. You can almost not get ridiculous enough to overcome reality anymore. You almost can't even do satire because life itself is satire.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Let me tell you about Preborn. Tragically, every minute, unborn babies' futures are sucked out of existence. Literally. But amid that darkness, there's a light that shines. That's Preborn. Preborn introduces mothers considering abortion to their unborn babies through ultrasounds. Once they hear that heartbeat and see the precious life inside them, 80% of the time they choose life. 80%. So this is a great ministry, and they're saving a lot of lives. Hundreds of thousands of babies. Preborn pregnancy clinics are positioned in top abortion areas where most abortions still take place, but they don't stop there. They love and support these mothers with maternity clothes and diapers and counseling if they need it. and a lot more, too, for up to 2 years. And they do that all for free. And that's where you come in. They're completely dependent on you, the pro-life community, as they fight the giants like Planned Parenthood. For just $28, you can rescue one baby's life. $140 sponsors 5 ultrasounds. And now, through matching, your gift is doubled. 100% of your donation will go towards saving babies. Our goal is to save 50,000 by the end of the year. Getting close. Just dial pound 250. Say the keyword baby. That's pound 250 keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat to donate securely. Preborn.com/Pat.
Unleashed.
We told you we had John Kerry to deal with. Last week, he was babbling to the Washington Post about how he got countries to join his methane pledge.
Oh, boy.
How exciting is that?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. And it should be a while more.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're not into the methane song?
It's a little obnoxious even for me. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be pretty obnoxious.
Oh, Martin's been put on notice.
All right. So here's John Kerry talking about his methane pledge.
Okay.
Methane is responsible for half the warming of the planet. It's also the fastest reduction that we could get conceivably. So we now have 150 nations that have joined in the methane pledge, which is to have a global reduction of methane by 30% globally by 2030. If that were to happen, and I think it can, I really believe it could.
I think it can.
Because methane is simple. It's not high tech. It's low tech. It's plumbing.
Right.
It's
plugging
it's
cow farts, and we're going to ask cows not to fart as much as they used
to. Transfer or use. And there are ways to do that we can do.
There's ways.
So if we accomplish it, it's the equivalent of every automobile in the world, every truck in the world, every plane in the world, every ship in the world going to zero by 2030. Okay. That is a big grab.
Oh, key word. Grab. They don't want you in their vehicle. They don't want you to own a vehicle. I mean, that's stated goal. They don't.
And Keith, don't forget, we don't want your cows to fart. We don't want that happening. It's impolite. It doesn't smell good, and it's warming up the planet with every single one.
Would you say John Kerry has feck?
No, he's feckless as well.
I see.
And he's also he's talking about climate reparations.
Here we go. I mean,
this thing is really picking up steam.
Right. It was the idea over there at the COP 20, whatever the hell it was.
27, I think.
And and now the little minions are going to their respective countries and selling it up to the people. Hey, we got to do our share. Listen.
Here he is talking about it.
So back on the loss and damage fund, though, I mean, is there going to have to be U.S. taxpayer money that helps the United States? Presumably the United States is going to have to be one of the nations that contributes to
Well, it'd be great if there were some.
Right.
Screw
I mean, the United States of America proudly is the largest humanitarian donor in the world.
Donor.
Yeah, so
the American people already do
By
an
far.
enormous amount around the
back
world.
off.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. You know, and the government, a lot of times they just give you the government figure, which is what, $50 billion or something a year in foreign aid. You know how massively the private citizens outstrip the U.S. government in charitable giving? By about 6 times as much. Between private citizens and private industry, Americans give over $300 billion a year to charitable causes around the world. So yeah, we are doing things right now and have been and have always been generous. And there's no way that we should now be tasked with giving reparations to countries And we're going to take the blame for that? I'm sorry. No. No, thank you.
Yeah, to your point, if we outgive by 6-1 than the U.S. government does, then you know what? Somewhere in there, if someone wants to eliminate cow farts and methane emissions, then they can do it themselves. They can write their own check.
Exactly.
But people don't want that. And so they have to threaten us with taking our taxes from us under threat of force.
Right.
They got to be like, yep, so now you got to give to this methane reparations fund, the climate change fund. You do love the world, right? You love the clean air and the clean water? Well, now we're going to force you to give to this. No, man, back off.
Just like Republican in name only, Mitt Romney.
Oh, he's good.
Last Thursday, talking to the Washington Post about the necessity of fighting climate change. In his view, the most useful tool would be a carbon tax. You believe this guy is a supposed Republican talking about a carbon tax? Please, Utah, vote him out of office.
You can do better
Come
than
on.
this. I mean, seriously, just pick some rando walking down the street in Salt Lake.
Anybody.
There's your new
Almost
senator.
Anybody. Would be better than this guy. The folks at MIT, as you probably know, built a model saying, okay, what things that we do will actually reduce emissions, reduce temperatures, or hold temperatures from going up as fast as they have? Nothing. Nothing mankind is going to do is going to change the temperature.
And he should know this.
Should, but he doesn't.
Come on, man.
And the number one thing, and frankly, the only thing that had a major impact was having a price on carbon, he said. The carbon tax, either through a whole series of mechanisms, but a carbon tax or some kind of price on carbon with border adjustment taxes, that's the only thing that has a significant impact. I would note that a price on carbon is a way of not just raising money for the government. That's not the purpose of it. The price, the reason for putting a price on carbon is to create a massive incentive for the private sector to innovate and to create innovations. This guy, it's not even worth. In fact, I'm just going to tear up this stinking story because it's not even worth reading his babbling nonsense. It might as well be John Kerry speaking.
Yeah. You know what? If you had
might as
said
well.
that and said, yeah, John Kerry was speaking.
Guess who this is?
It's been totally believable.
Yes. It could have been Al Gore. It could have been Mitt Romney. It could have been John Kerry. Could have been any of those.
With Republicans like that.
Who needs Democrats?
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. This from IOMO, Joe Sansfeck.
There we go.
Okay.
Got there.
Kerry, and by a 30-country partnership, I mean we're going to do most of the heavy lifting.
That's a fact.
No kidding.
Every time.
Anti-Faucist says Bout was lying. Or is it Boot?
Victor Boot.
Victor Boot. They don't teach 92 genders. It's at least 97. That's true. Muffer Squish. Maybe when they say the border is secure, they mean it is not in any immediate danger of being moved. So we're not going to move the southern border to the west.
Right. It's locked in place.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Dr. Mathlowski, some of the statistics in Dr. Mathlowski's work. You were just talking about how Democrats are feckless, how they don't have any feck. I'd go as far as to say that they don't give a feck about this country.
I got to be careful.
Yeah.
Feck Joe Biden.
Right. Yeah. Have you seen, how many times have you watched the initial episodes of Hillary and Chelsea's show now on Hulu? That
is on Hulu?
I think it's called Gutsy.
That's what it's called? Wow.
I think so. Yeah, I think it is.
The algorithm must recognize that I don't care because I haven't even seen a promo.
Is it on Netflix or is it on... I think it's on Hulu.
Whatever. It's on
somewhere.
a network that you and I aren't going to stream for this. No.
But here's a clip of it that's it's going around from that It'll probably get your mouth watering, and you'll want to jump right into this series.
Okay, this ought to be fun. Oh no!
Good gosh!
We're not gonna make it into this.
No,
we're not.
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Okay, bye-bye. Nah, that's enough. Mm-hmm. Wow, so that's just a little taste of what you could be getting on Gutsy, a show by women, for women, about women. I bet it's something like that because there's only women in the scene.
So
I'll bet you only women appear on that show.
That little clip right there, you're saying didn't entice you to just become a regular viewer of
Oh, no, it did.
Gutsy?
I'm all over it when I get home. I'm all over it.
Well, I expect a full report tomorrow.
All right.
About, it's called, what is it, Gutsy?
Gutsy. Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Man, can you imagine?
That was not enjoyable.
They're doing this show for women, by women, about women. Isn't Meghan Markle also doing a show
Oh my gosh.
by women, about women, for women, only women?
I don't know, man. I
was reading about her show because I've obviously never seen that one either. And
wink, wink. We know.
The season finale or something, I think she was going to invite Harry on and some other men. And it was the first time any men would have appeared on the show. Ooh, wow. How exciting.
Oh my gosh. They had to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got
to make a deal out of that.
I got a push notification from Netflix last night, and it said, "Hey Keith, let's see, arrival for Keith, new arrival for Keith. Harry and Meghan is now on Netflix."
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Check your algorithms, because there ain't not a chance. Not a chance. I care about that.
Huh? Really? You're not going to be all over that?
I am not going to be. Well,
it's
no,
a documentary that they're doing because they want you want you to know who they are.
Here's the thing.
They're tired of other people defining them, and so they're going to define themselves.
Okay.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's beautiful.
I think it's beautiful.
Jeff Fisher, who will be back in here on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I am 100% confident that when
He's
we
watched
reconvene in here in 47 hours, he'll have the rundown. He'll have seen every episode of Meghan and Harry.
I'll bet that's true.
5 times each. And he can tell us all about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It's good if you learn a bunch of that. It's good. There you go. There's your review.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll
It'll
see
be-
on Wednesday. I guess it's pissing off the royal family, and man, that concerns me a lot. Wow, really? They're mad? Oh well.
Yeah.
If you're trying to sell your home, it's a super big challenge and really, really stressful. That's why you need a great realtor to step in and help you out with this thing. Should you repaint your house? Should you redo the countertops? Should you pull up the carpeting and replace it? Who knows? Well, your realtor does, from Real Estate Agents I Trust. They know. And they won't just try to saddle you with an open house every single weekend so you can keep your house immaculate all the time and then not live in it while you're trying to sell it. It's really a hassle. But these are the people who know what buyers are looking for. They know how to help you buy the most home for your money if you're buying. And maybe you're doing both because you're relocating. So, Real Estate Agents I Trust. From the minute you interview them until you sign on the dotted line, they're going to be there for you. RealestateAgentsITrust.com.
Mr. Cratchit. This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, so we got the train of the future now?
I just thought you would think
That's
this is
what
a
this
cool
is?
video. It's terrifying, but it's cool. It's one of those things. It's like this is how we're gonna commute going in the future here. Watch this thing.
All right.
Okay, so she's in her house there. This train pulls up, the door opens, up comes this tube. Her kid's home from school. Yay! All right, I don't know how they know it can open at that house, that address.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know how does the kid have a fob on him that opens up that door?
Interesting.
Is it cool or is it terrifying?
It's both.
Yeah.
But it's tiny too, right? That's a little train.
You want to see that again?
Yeah, show it to me again. That's interesting. I've never heard of this possibility.
See, the mom's just waiting there in the kid's bedroom?
Yeah, she's
or
sitting
something?
right there. Boom, the thing pops up. Kid comes out.
Okay.
Train leaves. And then
the floor
comes back over the train tracks.
I don't know. I just feel that
wow.
I don't know how far in the future that is. I know nothing about that. It could just be some guy in his basement just designed that for a video that would go viral. But I feel like if you have like a key fob, if that's what the kids got,
yeah,
I feel like there's gonna be a market for faux fobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get right into somebody's house.
Right. Just get in the train and take it to that house.
I don't know. I guess what would be easier though? A key for a regular key? What would be easier to fake? That probably.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't see that happening, frankly. That we're going to build, train entrances in our homes. I don't think that's going to happen. Do you? That's not going to happen.
Wait, you didn't even. I don't get to respond.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
That was important.
You like that?
Yeah,
I'm glad you waited for that one.
Yeah, that was really good. Glad we came back to it.
Okay, so it's just amazing the technology advancements that have just happened in our lifetime.
Yeah, it is.
It's
incredible.
Like, I remember my great-grandmother was born before there were airplanes and was still alive, when the internet came along. I mean, the stuff that did in her lifetime.
Yeah, amazing.
And so we're kind of at that place now, like, there is stuff that, what do they say about the power in one cell phone now?
Yeah.
Like more than what they sent to space or whatever?
More than got us to the moon.
Sure, yeah.
In your pocket, yeah.
It's just, so people much smarter than me are coming up with these ideas, so I'd love to see what they come up with. I'm just not going to.
I would too. Look how many things have gone obsolete in our lifetime. CDs, I mean, cassette tapes. In my lifetime, 8 tracks.
Yep.
Cassette tapes, CDs. All of those pretty much gone now and replaced by streaming music. I mean, Spotify came along and crushed Apple. Apple came along and crushed Napster. And it just all happened so fast.
Right.
Cell phones that have replaced, like, I don't even have a landline phone at my house now.
Yeah.
Do you?
No. I got rid of mine too.
Yeah. So the only reason we kept it as long as we did, and I think we finally dropped it about 5 years ago, was because of the bundling thing. It was cheaper to have all 3.
Yeah.
Your cable, the phone, and whatever else went with that.
Yeah.
Internet, yeah.
Well, once the kids all got cell phones in my house, there was no reason to have a landline.
No reason. Yep.
I don't know, man. So something like this come along, like I'm not going to go to real estate agents I trust and say, hey, I want the house with the train door.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that option.
Nope.
So maybe I'm going to be a caveman, but
that sure looked cool though.
Yeah, I know. Should I see if that's like a thing or?
Yeah,
because I was fully expecting that CGI from you, but let's see. Train of the future. How do I look this up? Homes door. I'm sure this will land something, right? Let's see here. Nothing at all.
Nothing.
No.
Okay, good.
So if
maybe it's not
anybody's
real.
If anybody's got information on that, tag us at Pat Unleash, at Keith Malinak on Twitter. I'd love to, or call us. You can do that if you like.
Meanwhile, ride-hailing giant Uber is now offering Las Vegas riders the option on its app to hail a self-driving taxi developed by another company, while the autonomous vehicles are currently only available for ride-hailing in Las Vegas. There are plans to expand to Los Angeles at a later date. Just Los Angeles and Las Vegas, so you have to have Los in your title, in your city title, in order to get this service, I guess. Los Alamitos, you can expect it.
Oh, Los Alamos.
Oh,
yes. We're in the Las Colinas section of
Los
Irving.
Colinas.
Let's get
we
those.
Might get it.
Robot cars.
The robot cars made by driverless technology company Motional are sent with 2 vehicle operators behind the wheel to monitor the technology and provide added support. Yeah, that's
cheating.
Please. Users requesting a ride will be offered an autonomous vehicle if one is available before the trip is confirmed. If a customer opts in, a self-driving Hyundai Ioniq 5 mid-sized hatchback modified by Motional will be sent to pick them up. Would you order one? No way would I. Well, I'm a little more likely now that it has a driver there. Yeah.
But I bet that's just for a short while, and then once they
to make sure that yeah.
I bet in a couple of years they'll be like, okay, we don't need you in the car anymore.
You would think so, yeah. I mean, you would
no,
think
I'm not getting in a car. See, this goes back to the same conversation we just had.
Yeah.
Like, no. I mean, I'm a terrible driver, and so these things actually would be a lot safer than me.
Yeah.
And I still won't get behind
the wheel. And you're still scared of it.
Yeah.
Because we're not used to this.
Yeah.
And, here's a weird thing, too. I didn't know this could happen. A Tesla owner said his car ordered him to pull over.
Uh-oh.
And then it suddenly shut down and trapped him inside.
See?
I didn't know that could happen.
All right.
Tom Exton, a British YouTuber who collects cars, was driving to London Thursday night when his 5-day-old Model Y asked him to pull over because it was shutting down.
Hold on. I'm sorry. His profession is professional YouTuber?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Huh. He did so, and within minutes, all power to the car was gone. Adding that he felt trapped as doors on Teslas need power to open and close.
Right.
I couldn't open the door by conventional means, so I had to use the emergency manual override latch on the door. Exton said he'd been driving for only 15 minutes, and the car was showing an almost full charge. Said the car's display indicated he could drive for another 216 miles.
Oh, so he should have been fine.
Yeah. According to Tesla's emergency response guide for the Model Y, opening the front doors without power involves lifting the mechanical release handle located near the window switches.
Okay.
Exton followed these instructions, which somehow broke the driver's window.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I would not be happy with that. The YouTuber expressed his frustration in a tweet and said he had to wait more than 2 hours for roadside assistance to arrive. Took about 6 hours to have the vehicle retrieved. Exton said that Tesla's customer service was very helpful and offered to pay for a hotel for the night. Said he was hoping he'd be given a courtesy call while his vehicle was getting fixed, but had yet to hear from the company. Of course you should get a courtesy car for the... Doesn't Tesla do that automatically?
And where do you get that towed? I mean, is like Frank's auto repair shop going to handle that?
I don't think so. Unless Frank has Tesla-trained technicians.
Hold on a second.
I doubt.
Hold on. Silver lining. Hey, can we get Hillary Clinton and Chelsea Clinton and whoever else was with her in that car?
Just trapped in a Tesla.
Put them in that car.
Right.
And just be like, walk away.
Right.
Sorry, yo.
Sorry, there's no way to call anybody either from here.
Oh, well.
Shoot. No way out of the vehicle.
So have a good time singing. Oh, man.
Let me tell you about Rough Greens. Rough Greens is the way to keep your dog really healthy and very active. And if your dog's slowing down, try this because this is packed with vitamins and minerals, probiotics, antioxidants, and all of the nutrients that are missing in most dog foods. And so you feed your dog this, they absolutely love it. My dog won't eat her food without Rough Greens sprinkled on top of it. You want to see if your dog is the same way. So Rough Greens will send you a free bag. They don't want you to waste your money. They're going to send you a free bag for your dog to try out for a couple of days. All you have to do is pay shipping. Just go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFF greens.com, roughgreens.com, or 833-783-3364.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. So the U.S. was eliminated from the big World Cup thing that's going on. What? Quarterfinals, I believe, right? Netherlands beat them. Maybe it wasn't even the quarterfinals.
No.
They hadn't gotten there yet.
It was a round of 16.
Right.
So.
Jeez. So they got beat in just the first round of the elimination. And then Netherlands lost to somebody. I don't know. Who beat them?
Sure.
Somebody beat them.
Yep.
And so now there's...
This is where you go for your World Cup soccer coverage.
Yeah. Because we're big into the World Cup.
Gosh,
my gosh. We can't wait to watch the next match on the pitch.
Yeah. In fact, it's tomorrow, I think.
Is it?
I mean, I act like I don't know. So I got to get out of here quickly to watch the games.
Is it the France-Morocco game?
Don't be ridiculous.
Or would it be Croatia-Argentina?
Croatia-Argentina.
Okay.
Tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then the winner of that will take on Wednesday's winner, 2 p.m. Eastern, France and Morocco. I wonder if there's going to be some old colonial debts to settle. Morocco is going to be angry.
I'll tell you something. When France and Morocco get together, you can throw away all the record books.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So Morocco has a population of 37 million.
Okay.
That surprises me. I thought it was much smaller than that.
Okay.
France population, 67 million people. Okay. But Croatia, come on, that can't be very many at
14
all,
people.
right?
14.
You'd think 14?
Well, I mean, that was the last census. I don't know where we're at now.
I think they've increased their 3.899 million. So about 4 million people in Croatia, and they're still alive. And the nation of 330 million is not. And the nation of what? Britain is 80 million. They're out too. I don't know who beat them, but somebody did.
France.
Because they're not in it anymore. France beat them?
I think.
Okay.
I know they played at some point.
So there you go.
No, that's a good point you make. Like, you'd think that we'd have...
I know soccer's
access.
not our thing, but you would think we'd come up with 7 or 8 guys. How many do you play at a time?
11.
Let's say 11 guys that can play soccer better than anybody else in the world. Right? 11. That's all we need.
That's right.
11 really good soccer players.
It's 11, right, Martin? Martin totally knows. Yeah.
Plus, you need a few substitutes. Let's say 20 guys. You need 20 guys.
Well, you need a few
who can
more
play soccer
to sub in for the guys who are vaxxed, having trouble breathing.
Oh, right.
Running down the court, the pitch there. Pitch. Stupid.
Where'd they get that? That's dumb.
It is very dumb.
There's a bunch of dumb things about it, and that's why we don't like it. But
that's why we don't like it. So, what am I gonna say here? This little tournament. You watched Tomorrow War, right, on Amazon?
Yeah.
So when do the aliens, when do the future people show up on the field, on the pitch? You remember the opening scene? If you haven't seen the movie, is this really important World Cup soccer match?
Oh,
right now.
Yeah, and it gets wiped out.
No. The people from the future show up.
Oh,
in the middle of the field. It was a very dramatic. You don't remember the opening scene?
I don't remember that part.
And they're like, "Hey, we need your help, people of the world. We gotta come to join us in the future to fight these bad aliens."
Okay.
And they landed. The opening scene is in Qatar at the. I'm just wondering.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Brazil. See,
that's cool.
Brazil was in that game on that opening scene. I don't know who they were playing. I just remember Brazil.
Brazil got beat too.
Yeah.
All the big soccer powers are out. Except I think France. France is a pretty big power, right? They won it last time.
Yeah, you said 330 million people. Why can't we come up with a soccer team that makes
20
it
guys
further?
Right? 20 guys. Come on.
This is the same nation that is currently the president is Joe Biden.
Yeah, I know.
So there's precedent for us
to screw things up,
punching below our weight. If it
yes,
want to say it that way.
And sadly, that is what we're doing right now. And it's really sad. Darn it. And we like football way better. So the rest of the world should catch up with us on that. Let's play American football World Games, World Cup. Let's do that. We will dominate you in that.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Got some tweets here. Fury and Energy tweets, God should not have allowed that clip of Hill Dog.
Oh, gosh.
Hill Dog and the gang singing I Will Survive to Exist. I'm sorry for whatever sin I committed that deserved my being subject to that punishment.
That was rough.
Bovine Scatology. Over-under on Markle's last show, which has men on it, will be the most watched episode.
Okay.
She actually beat what's his face? I think for one episode when she first debuted. And by what's his face, I mean...
Yeah, the guy.
The guy.
What does the guy do? Joe Rogan?
Rogan, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Rogan.
Thank you. Whoever said that in my head. I don't know.
Judy Halstad tweets, my husband came up with an idea for a talking Biden doll that every time you press his hand, he repeats a gaffe.
Okay.
That would be good.
It would be.
This could keep us entertained for a long time and can be updated weekly with his new gaffes. Yeah, I love it. Frank Johnson tweets, just wait until somebody figures out how to override the system and driverless cars start getting stolen.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah, hacked or, run into something. Maybe they could hack into it and then cause you to crash.
Something. Yeah, exactly. Hey, do you have a quick second? You want to do this NHL video? Because remember, we talked about the NHL was doing a trans tournament, and it was going to feature like large guy chicks, something, I don't know. And I guess didn't play this video, Kayla, because watch what happens here. It's not even that much of a hit. Yeah, concussion for the smaller individual there on the ice. That's what happens when men and women play sports together.
The person that fell?
Yeah, you got just a little.
That was a concussion?
Yeah, little check there.
Roll that back if you could.
Okay.
You start it over and watch. Here it goes. Boom. Oh, come on.
Right.
Come on. That looks like you're faking. So those are. What are the different teams there? Are one of them filled with
in this
men
case,
who are now women?
The people who are at that, and by the way, just
and the other are women to men.
Put that up for a second, Kayla. Just do a still shot here. Let's see how popular this this event was. As you can see, the crowd, the few people that were in attendance there, they said, the pink team was much larger. It was, the dudes to chicks as opposed to the chicks to dudes. And
but at least 4 people showed up to watch. That's impressive.
Or else we would have had no idea this happened.
This is Pat Gray, Unleashed.
We haven't played our favorite Christmas song all week yet.
I mean,
we're deep into it.
It's Monday.
We're an hour and a half in and still no.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain.
That's good. That's good stuff. That's from the heart too. I can tell.
That Jesus Christ is born.
Go. I love the opening note. It's just really, really good. Really good.
I saw a Christmas play over the weekend.
Yeah.
And after the Christ child is born, and everybody is leaving the stage, that song started playing.
No, really?
And I'm like,
did you sing along with
Don't laugh, Keith. Don't laugh. Pat's ruined everything. So thank
ruined?
You.
Wait,
you for that.
What do you mean ruined?
Huh?
You mean accentuated?
Yeah.
You mean enhanced?
I don't know words.
Right, yeah. Okay.
I got it. So Pat, he really accentuated this Christmas play in my mind.
Enhanced?
Yeah, enhanced.
If you will?
Enhanced.
Yeah.
Everyone around me is like, why are you laughing? Because I'm so happy.
Was it a church play?
Yeah, it was a church play.
Yeah, that's fun. That's
there
nice.
you go. Yeah, little kids dressed up as little
as
barnyard animals, crawling around on all fours, and
so adorable.
And as they crawl by, you think, "Yep, there's a future furry." Yeah.
Oh yeah,
all dressed up in a future Beto O'Rourke.
Yikes!
No,
that's a sad thought.
Yeah.
Sad thought. Hey, Bernie Sanders apparently really contemplating a run for president in 2024. He'd only be 83. Why not? Spry socialist at 83.
Oh my gosh.
This is not just becoming an oligarchy. It's becoming a fossilgarchy.
Fossilgarchy.
I mean, 83 when you start your... Come on. Obviously, I don't think he would win. I mean, who knows at this point.
Do you know what country we live in?
I know. But if he got an 8-year term, he's 91 at the end of that. 91. And I guess everybody's fine with that? Yeah, okay, he should be fine. He'd be great. Faiz Shakir, the longtime advisor to Bernie Sanders, told CBS News that he believes the Vermont lawmaker will seriously consider a bid for the run if for the 2024 nomination if Biden doesn't run. Now, I think Biden will run, so we'll see. But gosh, that's frightening, isn't it? 83-year-old, and his age is not the biggest concern.
I was gonna
there.
say that's not the most frightening part of this.
It's not. It's Bernie Sanders. He himself, the Grinch, is the most frightening part of this.
He's 83.
Yeah. Well, no, he would be.
Okay.
He's 81 now.
81.
Yeah.
I mean, he's older than Biden.
Yes.
And Biden makes Bernie look like he's a college kid.
Yeah, he does. He really. I mean, it's sad, but it's true.
Fossilgarchy.
Mm-hmm.
I smell a show title, gentlemen.
So here's the Wikipedia page for something called the shape memory alloy.
Yeah. Somebody sent us this cool video, and so I looked it up.
We have the video of it, too.
Yeah, so I looked up
Cool. Let's look it up.
Wikipedia. It's pretty awesome. Watch this.
First, here's the video to show you.
And you heat it up, and it changes shape back to its original form.
Okay.
So there's a paper clip.
Oh, it's right on a stove.
Boom.
And
creepy yet cool.
Oh, so he bent it, and then it heats back up and goes back?
Here's a spring. See, watch this.
No
It's all
way.
Deformed and stuff.
Okay.
Just got to get it warm, and then...
Is this... oh, my gosh.
I think it's time-lapse, yeah. God.
That's really cool, though.
Creepy
Is this
yet cool.
alien technology? Are we assuming? Because... some people feel like we may have gotten some of these alloys from alien ships that have crashed. I don't necessarily believe that, but maybe.
Okay.
In metallurgy, a shape memory alloy is an alloy that can be deformed when cold, but returns to its pre-deformed shape, its remembered shape.
Wow.
When heated.
How does it do that?
Weird is that?
How does it do that?
I don't know. No idea.
Aliens.
It may also be called memory metal, memory alloy, smart metal, smart alloy, or muscle wire.
I'm going with smart alloy.
I like smart alloy.
Because it makes
good.
me think of smart Alec.
Or as what's his face might say, smart alloy.
Oh, Tom Brokaw?
Tom Brokaw. It was NBC Nightly News. We were talking tonight about a smart alloy.
Oh, that's a
smart
twofer.
alloy.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Parts made of shape memory alloys can be lightweight, solid-state alternatives to conventional actuators, such as hydraulic, pneumatic, and motor-based systems. They can also be used to make hermetic joints in metal tubing.
Oh, that's cool. I have no idea what that means. It just sounds cool.
It does sound cool.
Okay, well, there you go. I mean,
of course, it does come from another planet, so we got that going for us, too. Shape memory alloy. That is weird. How does it do that? Maybe somebody who knows will tell us, because it doesn't seem possible.
I mean, we know that the Roswell crash site, that the guy who was photographed with the materials from it, told plenty of people that that was a staged photograph with a weather balloon, where that wasn't the materials that he found.
Yeah.
The first, Army guy who came upon it. It's like, that's totally not but I was just following orders and stuff. And
oh, he found something else, though?
No. I'm saying when he originally found the crash site.
Yeah.
Yeah. He found these kind of weird metals that bounce back into shape and stuff.
Right.
And
but they misled us by showing something else.
When the government said, pose in front of this, soldier, and hold this up, then he did, but it wasn't what he swears to his family and friends that
that's not it.
That's not what.
Is he still alive?
No.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Beat the truth out of him.
Wait, he just told you the truth. I tell you, this. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we're never gonna know.
I know, and they'll whet our lips and our appetite by saying,
gosh, yeah.
We're gonna release 7,000 pages on that.
Yeah.
And they've redacted all but 3 words of the 7,000 pages. Thank you.
Yeah, here it is.
That's great.
Here you go. Here we go.
All right.
And let me just get this ready for public consumption there, Pat.
Okay.
All right, so this is classified, but you can make out all that good stuff there, right? That's all you needed, just a couple of words.
That's all you need.
I mean,
yeah, we're transparent now. We're transparent. You got to see 4 new words. Crazy. I mean, just stupid. When Dyson announced its Zone noise canceling and air purifying headphones earlier this year.
This is so dumb.
Noise canceling and air purifying headphones. The company kept some details close to its chest. Specifically, Dyson didn't announce pricing or availability.
Okay.
And with pretty good reason, I think. And they didn't say much about the battery life. On Wednesday, it shared all that information. So we'll start with the detail everybody wants to know. When the wearable headphones arrive in the U.S. next March, they will start at $949.
What?
$949, making it almost twice as expensive as the AirPods Max. My gosh.
Yeah, this is the most ridiculous looking thing. Kayla, do you have a picture of it in there? If not, I know it's on. Okay, can you hold this up, Pat? Page 3 there. This is the stupidest thing. If I see someone walking around an airport, I don't know if I'm going to mock them for how it looks more.
Well, they're
the
noise
price.
canceling and air purifying.
Or the price.
Keith,
Yeah.
right there. Bang.
Uh-huh.
Bang!
Okay.
Right there.
Oh.
That's stupid.
That is asinine. I mean,
I would feel like a moron wearing those around.
You know what you do? You get Raycon earbuds.
Yes.
You get an Eden Pure, plug that in.
Yes.
You don't look like an idiot.
And you save a lot of money.
Save a
it's not
ton
gonna,
of cash.
Not going to cost you $949.
Who's wearing that? If you're listening, it's like a, I don't know, what would you call it? Like almost like a headphones like this with a big thing over your mouth.
With a gas mask over your mouth.
It's so dumb.
Yeah. At first, Dyson will begin accepting pre-orders.
Oh,
like,
good.
We're all lining up.
Yeah.
I can't wait to order this. Pre-orders for the Mask headphones by appointment only before the headphones become available through its website and demo stores across the country. In the U.S., the company will offer the wearable headphones in 2 colors. You get Ultra Prussian Blue and Prussian Bright Blue. Copper. Wow. Okay. Wow.
So bright blue, copper, or blue?
Or Prussian Blue.
Prussian Blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then comes with a few extras, including a second electrostatic carbon filter, a soft pouch, and an in-flight adapter kit.
Oh, well, you got to have the soft pouch and the
it.
in-flight adapter kit.
Have to have it.
Or else it's a non-starter.
Mm-hmm. And just, the low price of after tax, that's going to cost you over $1,000. Wow. How about no?
So, right.
No.
So you could buy a set of tires that'll take you around town for like 50,000 miles. Or you could
buy one of these.
One of those things.
Yeah. Jeez.
That is dumb.
All right, let me tell you about Birch Gold Group. Will the lack of a red wave during the midterms lead to a more emboldened Biden? Of course it will. More wasteful government spending, higher taxes, all of that. What's the answer to this? Gold. Gold is the world's oldest, most proven form of currency. It's there for you when inflation soars, when other assets go sideways. And that's why Birch Gold is so thrilled to introduce a new product that reimagines gold as currency, the Gold Back. This month, you'll get a free gold back for every $5,000 purchased. When you convert an existing IRA or 401k into precious metals IRAs with Birch Gold by December 22nd. Birch Gold will help you own gold and silver in a tax-sheltered account. Text PAT to 989-898 to claim your free info kit on gold, then talk to one of their precious metal specialists. Plus, with every purchase you make before December 22nd, you'll get a free gold back. This is a great stocking stuffer, just in time for Christmas. So, text PAT to 989-898 to protect your savings with gold today.
And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Oh, boy. Mother of 5 brushed off her daughter's advice to not get her eyeballs tattooed. Her daughter saying, hey, Mom, don't get your eyeballs tattooed. And
that seems like a
seems like the mother should be the one to know that and maybe be recommending to somebody else. But no, the child kind of realized, you know what, that doesn't sound like a good idea to tattoo your eyeballs. She's thinking, hey, I'm thinking maybe potential blindness.
What's with the tongue too? All right, let's get the.
She's got the forked tongue too. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, look at there.
And her eyes swelled shut.
Bad plan.
And now she's losing her vision. Now, how could you not when you've tattooed your eyes? What do you think is going to happen? Why would the tattoo person say, yeah, okay, I'll tattoo your eyes?
Like, do you go to a tattoo parlor? Martin is all tatted up. Like, do you have to go to a special place to get the eyeballs inked up? Or, I mean, that is... Where do you go for this? I don't know. Maybe the story said, I don't know. It's stupid. Just stupid.
Anaya Peterson, a law student, was in awe of Australian model Amber Luke, who tattooed her eyeballs a vivid blue and went blind for 3 weeks after.
Come on, people.
Despite Luke getting her vision back, it seems that 32-year-old Anaya Peterson, the mom, might lose her eyesight for good. It's just awful.
I hate that.
What a stupid thing to do, though.
Yep.
Jeez, man. What a world we live in. What a world.
Hey, you know what would be really cool is if I tattooed my eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
No. You know, that's a thought that no one ever had in a reasonable way, at least.
Like, if you had to get a tattoo, Pat Gray, you had to.
Mm-hmm.
Gun to your head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where on your body are you getting this tattoo? And, like, what is it going to be, too? Like the BYU logo?
Sure. Yeah, a cougar. Maybe a cougar head. Mm-hmm.
Cougar head?
On my back.
On your back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How big we talking? Like, the whole your back is just going to be art?
No. If I have to, is there a size limit that I have to do?
I guess not. That's a dumb question, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going.
I'd probably say pull the trigger because I'm not going to get it.
What about, like, is it allowed, like, if you're in that position, can you just put it on your foot, like underneath your foot so no one ever sees it?
Right. Maybe. It might be a good, it would hurt, though.
The recovery's got to suck.
Yeah. I'm guessing that would hurt. She said, I was going to get one eye tattooed at first, and because I thought if I go blind, at least I've got the other eye. I should have stuck with that. Yeah. My daughter told me that I didn't want to do that, asking, what if you go blind? She wasn't on board with it at all. Wonder how old her... Oh, okay, here we go. This little gem of wisdom came from a 7-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
The 7-year-old daughter knew better than the 32-year-old mom.
And the 32-year-old mom is a law student, you said?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I wonder what her specialty is going to be.
Now she wishes she had listened to her wise 7-year-old. The Belfast, Northern Ireland-based woman was left hospitalized by the eye modification after a potential reaction to the ink.
Who could have seen that coming?
Nobody. Well, because you're blind. So if you've had your eyes tattooed.
Oh, bro.
So she didn't see it coming. And now she claims she's at risk for developing cataracts. Oh, jeez, man.
What a mess.
I don't have 20/20 vision anymore. From a distance, I can't see features on faces. If I didn't have my eyeballs tattooed, I wouldn't be having this problem.
Yeah.
You think? Puddin'? You think?
No, this sounds, you know what? If she had said, had said something like, maybe it's from the tattoo, but I can't be sure, it would almost be like vaccine reactions.
Yeah, really.
Like, look, it could be the vaccine's fault that I'm on the ground here clutching my chest. Could be a coincidence. Maybe this is a coincidence here. We don't know that the tattoo did this, do we?
No.
No, we don't.
And look she split her tongue. Show the picture again. She split her tongue.
Hope y'all aren't eating breakfast.
So weird. and then thought, yeah, that's not enough.
That's not enough.
So then she got the nose ring.
Not enough.
And she got the
there she is.
There she is with the nose ring and then the eye tattoo, which
God, I feel bad for her, but
I know
stupid decisions have
really
serious
really
consequences.
Stupid. If you're listening at home, kids, don't tattoo your eyeballs, please.
Yeah, seriously, and write that down because that can't be emphasized enough.
You can't. I mean, I really care about my vision. That's kind of important to me. So I'm pretty sure if somebody suggested, hey, you know what? It might not make you blind. I'm not going to take the chance. She said, I just wanted to be at home watching TV, to be honest. I can't even put it into words. It wasn't nice at all whatsoever. It was traumatizing to go through. I just remember thinking, I'm not doing that stuff again. Although that's not the word she used.
Well, yeah,
with the eye tattoo.
You're out of eyes.
Yeah, you
of
only
course
have
you're not
going to
be doing that anymore.
You only have the two. The body modification enthusiast left the hospital on the mend, but regrets her decision to tattoo the whites of her eyes in the first place.
And she just wants to watch TV now. Well, now she can discover the wonderful world of podcasts.
Dang.
And she can listen to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Oh, man. And her 7-year-old knew it.
Yeah, that's
like, Mom, don't do this. Please don't. What if you go blind? Yeah, don't worry about it.
So, you know how they have you can get a tattoo erased, you know? You can go in for multiple treatments and eventually it fades away.
Wonder if that would work on the whites of her eyes.
Good luck.
Yeah,
How much pain? Okay, let's just say she's not blind and it worked out the way she wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
What is that like? Never mind the tattoo on the bottom of the foot.
That's gotta hurt.
Tattoo in my eye?
That really has to hurt.
I just don't understand people. Am I so old and out of touch?
No.
Like Calvin
I don't
Coolidge,
think so.
he we get FDR gets elected, and one of the last things that good old Silent Cal said was, "I feel I no longer fit in with these times." Well, that's what I feel like right now in 2022.
Yeah.
But I'm not, however old Calvin was.
Yeah.
I don't know, 32. He wasn't old.
No, he wasn't very old.
He was like
50s.
He was born in 72. He died in 32, so he's almost 60.
Yeah. Okay. Did you read about this recount in Massachusetts for the State House of Representatives? It was a race. The Republican won initially by 10 votes. Okay, won by 10 votes. So there was a recount, and the Democrat needed 11 votes to win the race.
They found him. I bet.
And guess what?
Sorry, did I ruin the story? Is life that predictable?
Now you got there, though. She got him. She got the votes.
Okay.
11. Exactly.
Okay.
Somehow.
All right.
On the recount, there were exactly 11 votes that she didn't have before that now she does. Huh.
We call that irony.
It's ironic. And amazingly coincidental.
Sure.
But actually, the GOP state legislator who's running in the, this is a newly redrawn district, though, so she had to run in a new district. She said it'll absolutely be a legal challenge. I would hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, what are the odds?
What are the odds?
Well, when it's a Democrat, they're 100%. 100%. Kristen Kastner submitted a petition asking for a recount after she trailed Mira by 10 votes out of the more than 23,000 cast. And amazing, she found them.
That's good.
Okay. So Kastner says, we're not suspicious of anything that ever happened. It was just really to ensure that just between humans and machines, we really caught every vote that was counted. And they did.
And they caught him and then some.
So Kastner won with 11,763 votes to 11,762.
I'm so glad they got that worked out.
I am too.
You know, we had the story. We were shocked when we had a
amazing.
story a couple of weeks ago in Idaho where a Republican won in a recount. We were shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
Yes.
So that was Idaho. And then there was a story that just happened that in Iowa, they realized that there was like a computer issue and they had to do a hand recount. and the Republican actually won there too.
No.
By 11 votes. So we have, I know,
Okay.
write this election cycle down.
Wow.
There were 2 elections where Republicans won in a recount. But I love how the Iowa one was just like, oh, yeah, that computer, we don't know what happened there. It's a good thing we did a hand recount since the computer said the Democrat won. Really? We're shocked by that fact.
Stunned.
You know, the thing about Iowa, and this was in the story, I remember it says the state house is now 64-32 in favor of Republicans. 2-1 margin? How does Iowa ever go Democrat in a presidential?
I don't know. That is amazing.
Computers? No.
All right. We got overtime coming up next, and then we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.